you about quantum attraction for your business, how to utilize the energies of this world to create what you desire in your business. So you're probably one of those people that knows in your being that you're meant for greatness, right? You're the type that you started your business because you knew that there is something in you that wants to leap big, wants to make some big change on this planet. And we all want the money, of course, from the business, but we also want this internal something that allows us to really feel like, yes, I am doing what I'm meant to be doing. I'm living my soul work. I am enjoying my life in that amazing next way. So you know you're meant for greatness. And that means that you envision something really big for your business. You envision this amazing reality, something that could happen that, next level clients, maybe larger groups, maybe you're making millions of dollars and impacting huge numbers of people. Like if you have that vision, put that in the comments. I'm curious to see what do you envision you would like to have, right? And if your actual current situation matching that or not? Is your life matching the type of lifestyle that you were thinking your business will create for you? Is your bank account matching the type of numbers, the many zeros that you envisioned your business would bring for you? So maybe sometimes you're generating 3,000, sometimes you're generating 10,000, sometimes 5, sometimes 20. If you're one of those people that goes up and down in your business, if you're a coach, if you're a healer, that's a very common occurrence when you pull in a couple of higher end clients and then suddenly it kind of goes low again. Put that in the comments if that's your experience. And you're great at what you do, as a coach, as a healer, as a transformation professional, or whatever it is that you do in probably personal transformation field, where you're helping people become more self-aware and heal. You are good at it. You are bringing in the people who are loving what you do. You're probably getting love notes from your clients telling you how amazing it is. But do you then worry, why do you have to work so hard to pull in those clients? Or what if this client is the only one you got, and then how am I going to get the next one? So put in the comments if you're noticing that kind of a doubt that's coming in. So that's because you want to go to the next level, but the part of you is still living on the current level. And that's the part that's creating your reality, including your business strategy, including your marketing strategy, and the words you use and so on, in addition to the energetics. For the ones of you who don't know me, I am Eugenia Oganova. I am Wealth Energetics Business and Marketing Coach. So I am actually a business strategist and a coach, and I do a lot of business strategy and marketing strategy with my clients. But I'm also clairvoyant, and I also have multidimensional access. So that allows me to bring in that whole other side of the energetics of wealth and to help my client implement that inside their business strategy. So they save themselves years of forcing and pressure and trying strategies that don't work for you, and instead align themselves with their unique soul design, how they actually meant to do things. And because of it, it starts to feel easy. It starts to feel like you finally got that wave of abundance that you're riding, and from that place you create. So then you do things that work for you, that are designed specifically for you. That's the magic I do with my clients. So back to what I was saying about the quantum attraction of clients, of money, of opportunities in your business that is paired with a proper business strategy. So this is not about totally woo out there, some magic thing, sit, meditate, and whatever happens. No, there's definitely action, but no business strategies work without the proper internal alignment, which is what we're talking about today. So do you feel like you want to accelerate your transformation and your business success and finally get to that next level, but instead maybe finding yourself getting stuck in emotional processing, a lot of this emotional, oh, this comes up every time I seem to have this creative idea, before I even go write it down, something else came and sabotaged it. You got busy, or something got broken that now has to be taken care of. This is part of how we are interacting with our reality. And so many times people think that this is just happens to them, when in truth it does not. We actually create it. Nothing ever happens to you. So that means that if you are in a place where you're ready for the next thing and amazing things happen and it's in flow and flow and flow, and then something goes wrong, and then before long the next thing and the next thing, and now you're totally distracted and stuck in emotional processing or micromanaging or putting some fires down instead of actually doing the thing you were inspired to do. That's a form of miscreation. This is when we're using that quantum attraction in the opposite way against ourselves. So that's a very strong universal law that we can attract to us through a specific alignment, which is what I teach my clients. But when we turn that alignment kind of backwards within ourselves, we literally attract the opposite of what you desire to pull in. So put in the comments if that's your experience, if you ever had that when you were so into okay, I'm doing this, I'm so into it, I know what I'm gonna do, I'm creating this, and then suddenly a million things went wrong and needed your attention. And it doesn't even have to be business things. It could be your child, it could be your pet, it could be your neighbor, it could be something else, but maybe you got sick physically. Whatever it is that you now processing is taking the energy away from whatever it is that you were initially going for. That is a miscreation. This is how we sabotage. So then at the end of the day, you go to bed being frustrated because even though you worked so hard and you did all the things that supposedly are the right things, you kind of end up feeling like, well, how do I quantum leap my business if I'm already working so hard? I don't even know what the next thing to do. And then looking for what to do. And instead of sleeping and resting and recharging, you're now actually brewing with all these questions and fears. So put in the comments if that's something that you experience. Does that sound like you? Because that's a very common internal processing thing that so many entrepreneurs, especially women entrepreneurs, get stuck in. When we try to do our best and we try to do this amazing something, and then life happens and we kind of end up getting caught in all the processing, all the managing, and the big thing then does not get our energy, the big thing as in a vision of your business. So maybe you opted in for every free masterclass out there because you're looking for the secret sauce that somebody's going to tell you some magic thing that you can do, and then there will be a business, abundance in your business because you got this one something from somebody. Maybe you desire to follow your intuition and you're really good at listening to that voice normally, but in your business you kind of don't trust it and instead end up following somebody else's strategy, somebody else's advice, and it's very rigid and a lot of times does not actually fit you, and you ignore your inner knowing. You ignore some inner voices that say, well, this kind of doesn't really fit me. And you think, well, I don't know, maybe it's just resistance. Maybe I'm just scared and I'm supposed to just override that and go on and do the strategy because it worked for other people. And then in the end, you're frustrated because it actually doesn't work for you. And you feel like you have to twist yourself into something that you're not. And that contortion is painful if we have to do that a lot in our lives. So if you're a woman running your business, I'm sure you've had to do that a lot of times in other areas of your life, never mind the business. When it feels like there's some one right way, and if I just find it and do it, it will be okay. But in doing so, we're actually abandoning that internal voice of our knowing. And because of it, end up in a situation where we are hurt and frustrated because we contorted ourselves to something that we are not, and we're still not seeing the results that supposedly were meant to come out of that. Maybe you're the type that micromanages everything when you want to get to the next level. Maybe you are working really hard and fine-tuning everything all the time. Tweaking your website copy many times, rewriting your posts, thinking, well, they're not good enough, I need to do something else for it to really work, and then somehow magically it will work. Maybe you are trying to do all the things in your business, all the little things, and forgetting sort of what's the bigger purpose, what's the bigger vision. So then you feel exhausted on the end of all this micromanaging and overdoing, and again, not quite seeing the result. Or perhaps you're the opposite type, not the doer, but the avoider, the one that resists the action because doesn't feel like those strategies that you maybe picked up from some free class somewhere would work for you, even though supposedly they could work and you were excited when you took a class. Now you have the strategy and you try to apply it and it doesn't feel right. So then you just push it away and avoid. But then in the end, you kind of have to still do something, right? Because it's your business. So then you end up going for it out of obligation. Not because you actually choose to do it, but out of obligation. And that feels like you're trapped. That feels like, again, you're working too hard and yet you're not living the type of a business experience that you desire. So the reason this is happening is because you're not trusting that inner wisdom that you have within you, that inner compass. We all have a compass. So for your business, you need to have a business strategy, you need to have a marketing strategy, you need to know how to write your content correctly, that it converts. You need to be able to fully and clearly express the value of what you're bringing to your client so that they can understand you and want to sign up with you. So there's all that business side to it. But then there's also the inner knowing, which is your compass that allows you to understand the correct timing, to understand the strategy that is correct for you, and so on. So I believe that whatever it is that you want to create, whatever you imagined, is possible for you, or you wouldn't be able to imagine it. Like, put in the comments, what do you imagine is possible for your business? Like, what's your vision? What would it be like if you actually achieved whatever that dream is? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Whatever that experience is, that exists somewhere in the quantum field. It literally is already there. But you might not know exactly how to bridge it from here to there. And because of that, a lot of times we kind of take ourselves out of the game before we even start playing, because we say, well, it's too big, I shouldn't go there. That's never going to happen. But if you can imagine it, that means some part of you, that bigger part of you that knows, has tuned in to the possibilities and saw that that was possible. Okay? So you are meant to be the leader. Like, I fully believe, I know in my being that if you're doing this type of work, when you're trying to do your soul work essentially through your business, you are meant to lead. You're not meant to just like fix little problems for people. You're meant to lead. Leadership looks very different for different people, but it is a consciousness upgrade that you provide for your clients. You change their perception. You change how they see reality. You change their mindset. You change their view on life and on themselves and on whatever problem they're having. So how do you show up in your business as a leader? So put that in the comments. Like, do you bring that unique something that you are about into your business and speak consciously about to your clients directly in your content? So write down what that would be for you if you were doing the pure leadership in your business and really showing up. What would that look like? Yeah, and I stand in absolute certainty for your capacity to create magic in your business. Like, I know that if your business and your soul work, that higher thing that you're meant to bring here, your gift, are aligned, you can make amazing things happen. You're meant to do it. This is actually how we are designed. But we forget about that and we get distracted and we lose that alignment. But without that alignment, you're actually end up just doing little things instead of living that soul work, living your vision. So in your business, is the bigger vision reflected in your actions? So write that in the comments. Like, whatever this bigger vision that you imagine that your business is and that you are in that business when you have already arrived to this amazing something you desire. From that place, is your vision reflected in your actions? Like, do you want ease and prosperity and flow and instead end up with hustle, pressure, and inconsistency in your business? Like, is there a discrepancy there between what you desire and how it would look and feel versus what it actually is? So write that down so you can see, oh, this is what I want to have and this is what I'm actually having. Because a lot of times we don't notice that. We just kind of get stuck with like, well, I'm supposed to focus on this and meanwhile I have that and now I'm frustrated and whatever. But putting it out clearly, like this is what I want and this is where I am, that will give you a lot of understanding that, oh, I'm not actually fully showing up as a leader in my business that is matching the way that I want my business to be, that I want my business to feel like for me. So if you fully lived your soul work through your business, if you really showed up with that amazing gifts that you meant to bring for your clients, and then in your marketing and in your business strategy, in the entire business, when nobody is watching, but you are still fully living your soul mission, what would that feel like for you? Put that in the comments. What would that experience feel like for you? See, like what you really need here, instead of all these little micromanaging things or avoidances and then doing things out of obligation, is actually to fully show up with activated soul work, like being aligned to it, knowing that, okay, this is what I meant to do, this is how I'm doing it, and then sticking to that alignment no matter what's going on. That way you're driven by inspiration, by your vision, and not by all the little things like whatever you don't have and how do you get what you don't have. Like if you didn't generate enough income that month, or if you didn't attract as many clients as you wanted this month, or you didn't have enough sales conversations this month. So instead of looking from the standpoint, okay, I don't have it, how do I get it? What you really need is to align yourself to those quantum attraction principles and to your unique soul work. That's where you can create without pressure, without forcing, and without fear. This is how you do it. So this magic stuff is what I teach my clients, that we create business strategies and marketing strategies in alignment with who they are. But this is also what I teach as far as like, this is the part that you need in order to make the business strategy work. This is why I love quantum attraction. It works, creating through the quantum field so you can make those amazing leaps. So from over 20 years of working with clients, I can tell you that no business strategy out there, no matter how amazing, will work for you if you don't internally align correctly to your soul work, if you don't use those specific manifestation internal components. This is what actually makes then the business strategy, the marketing strategy, the all the posting you're doing in order to connect with the audience. That's what makes it work. It's this internal frequency alignment. And I would love to show you how to do this, because no business strategy alone would do that. And this internal piece, you cannot outsource. This is not something that you can say like, oh, I'm just going to hire a web designer. You cannot hire somebody who's going to create your internal alignment. Only you can do that. And it is a shift in your own perception of yourself and of what you're doing, which you then apply onto your business strategy. If you just do business strategy alone, it feels cold, dry, and like pressure and hustle. And if that strategy especially is a cookie cutter strategy that you got from somebody who already said like, this is a package, purchase my course, get that strategy, apply, and it will work. Even if it works a little bit, it's not sustainable because it feels like you're contorting yourself. But if you apply those higher principles of quantum creation onto your business and you stay aligned to your own soul mission, that's how you then make the specific strategy work for you, because you customize it correctly, because you know exactly what to do. So this is exactly the things that I'm going to teach in my upcoming event. It's a free event. It's called Quantum Attraction, 2-day event that I would love you to attend. This is where I will teach you my 2 signature manifestation shifts that will help you attract to you more clients, more money, more wealth, more opportunities without pressure or forcing. by aligning you, to the bigger you. Okay, you'll discover your quantum attraction requirements, like what you actually need to make that happen in the quantum field and create in your business. You will discover what is your quantum anchor point that you need in order to make your business strategies work. You will also see how to clean up what's in a way so you can receive what universe has in store for you. We'll look at the true origin of where what to do next comes from. And little tip here, it's not from your head, it's not from your analytically figuring out. There's something else here at play that actually needs to be applied. We will also look at how to fuel your business, how to fuel your creation of whatever you're doing with the correct drive, so that you're not doing things out of obligation or forcing, but you're doing them from that correct soul-aligned place. And how to heal and properly parent your inner child so that that part of you becomes your ally and not a saboteur of what you're trying to create. So this is what we will cover in my quantum attraction event that's coming up. It's free. You are invited. The link is in description. Click that link and opt in. I would love to see you in there, because this is our time to fully show up. Like, you're meant to show up and lead this planet right now. I mean, look at humanity. We need an upgrade, right? And you are one of the people who are meant to help that upgrade to occur. So it's your time to show up. It's your time to go to the next level. It's your time to reach your audience and bring in the correct message. But that also comes with frequency, which means internally you have to be in the correct frequency to make that happen. And that frequency is part of the quantum attraction that I'm going to teach you. So opt in for the event. Link is in description of this video, and I will see you there and show you how you can create what you desire in your business, the actual experience of ease and flow, the actual attraction of what you want to bring, your next level clients and your opportunities, your money, your wealth, all of that, by properly utilizing your energetics and your consciousness, and then how to apply that onto your business strategy. So I will see you in a quantum attraction event very soon. The link is in description.